Good evening. Welcome back to my channel, Dreamweaver Energy. I am back today to offer a energy reading. We're just gonna get into it, get into the cards to find out what is going on, really, what guidance we have. As we get into it, we'll do, ask some additional questions, but I felt like doing a reading today, so I'm just gonna see what the energy has to say. So first off, let's clear space. Thank you, Divine Creator, Infinite Intelligence, for allowing me to be a clear and open channel to receive messages from Holy Spirit, from our spirit guides, angels, ancestors, known and unknown, in our spiritual court. I ask that you provide us with the information that is for our greatest and highest good today. So let's see, what do we have available? What do we need to know, Holy Spirit? What information is beneficial for us today? Alright, we have got the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Okay, now this is a new deck that I'm working with, so I'm going to consult the book on this one. Alright, and this is a number 44, so this is a master number for those of you who are drawn to numbers or are study numerology. So it says the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. When the gift of the 7th ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high frequency violet light and the archangel Zadkiel, the 7th ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy in the heart. The 7th ray is very active upon the earth at this time. All of humanity is being affected by it. The 7th ray is the push-pull between the old and the new. The life that has been and can no longer continue in that form, and the new life that wants to evolve from the old. It honors traditions and ancestral wisdom that serve new life. When the 7th ray enters your life, you are asked to balance your attachment to what has been with an openness to the new. It is a time to fearlessly question what has been, honor what continues to hold value for you, and dismiss what no longer serves you. The 7th ray also creates form from invisible, intangible spiritual energy. These are the inspired solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. They are signs of the divine order happening. The 7th ray brings in alignment with that divine order. And the more you are willing to invoke and allow that energy to bless you, the more your life will align itself with the genius of creativity, solutions, and loving opportunities the universe wants to bring to your world. The gifts of ritual, order, and ceremony are ways to attract this energy. Conscious ceremony, done in service to unconditional divine love, feeds a need for sacred embodiment. It is the hunger within the soul that many seek to feel through religion and others through the less conscious rituals of addiction. Ritual can be something that keeps you stuck or opens you to the sacred. Choosing a spiritual practice to engage on a regular basis, creating your own spiritual system, will help you call the genius of seventh ray energy into your life. Your spiritual practice might be a daily prayer followed by a short conscious dance or yoga session, a meditation, a walk in nature, or some combination of these. Find what works for you. Do that regularly. Make it a priority. You can invite spirit into your life through a simple and ordered system that you do on a regular basis, even if only for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Then the new life, the new you, the order that brings an expansive idea to life and the world can happen. The challenge of the seventh ray is to not become obsessed with the future, with the new, to the extent that you forget about the valuable aspects of what already is. It is about developing what has value, not rejecting outright anything from the past. The past can teach us wisdom and help us create a more loving future if we allow ourselves to balance our passion for the future with a respect for what has been. The gift of the seventh ray is the ability to live as an embodied divine presence. For humans who don't trust or even recognize the love of the divine in their hearts as yet, those who do are great supporters. The seventh ray empowers us to use loving ritual to invite divine presence to fill us and our lives. It also teaches us how to use our consciousness to clean up our own energy field and the energy field of the world around us, so the divine can show its face more clearly. The comfort of this can help free all beings from anguish and suffering. Okay, so this card is essentially talking about creating a spiritual system for yourself so that you can create space for the divine to be present in your life, right? So creating some sort of a spiritual practice or ritual for yourself so that the divine can come in and usher in this new life, this new way of life. And at the same time, you're also releasing the things that no longer serve you, right? And one thing that the description mentioned is that you don't want to focus too much on the future. Yes, there is a new future. There's a new life being ushered in for you based on this card. But you don't want to put all of your attention into the future and negate the past or negate what's happening with you currently. Okay? So let's see what else we have. Is there anything else? Anything else? Any additional messages that we have here, Holy Spirit? All right, Master Healing is this next card that we have. This is a 33, so we have two master numbers here, 44 and a 33. Let's take a look at this 33. Master Healing. All right, as you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with the blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. The master Serapis Bey is a beloved guide for those who feel a strong soul connection to ancient Egypt, for healers who are developing their own modalities, and those who love to work with high frequency concepts. He also assists with the translation of spiritual inspiration into practical worldly plans. He comes to confirm that the Ascended Masters are aware of you. You are an integral part of the powerful spiritual team that has taken physical incarnation to help awaken consciousness into love. You are asked to tune into your heart. What do you love enough to overcome any obstacle to attain it? What motivates and inspires you? Now, not what seems possible or practical, but what is authentic. We are most powerful when we serve authentically from the heart. A bird might not learn how to dive underwater from time to time, but it is never going to, a bird might learn how to dive underwater from time to time, but it is never going to be at its most powerful if it has to live underwater. It would struggle to thrive if it were to force itself into such unnatural expressions of its life energy. The bird yearns to fly because that is its divine nature and purpose. You too have divine nature and purpose, and your heart holds the clue. What feels most like you? Is it difficult to access the truth of our own nature? It is difficult to access the truth of our own nature when we believe we should live up to the expectations of others. If we are attached to an outcome or afraid of an answer, we can unintentionally block our perceptive faculties, a spiritual version of sticking our fingers in our ears and shouting, blah, blah, blah. The blessings of Serapis Bey include his clear flame of divine cleansing light. This can assist us in letting go of whatever blocks us from knowing the truth of our nature. When we are willing to be who we are, the universe can more easily guide us to fulfill our destinies. Serapis Bey will help you see yourself truthfully. You may gain feedback from others that help you understand the value of what you share, or you may simply find it easier to view yourself objectively with a compassionate, appreciative, and discerning inner eye. As you learn and accept who you are, you become a more powerful vibration for masters to put to use in the plan of love. If you have a dream in your heart, know that it has been placed there for divine purpose. What your dream and desire contains the seed of divinity. What you dream and desire contains the seed of divinity. It is meant to help attract your life mission and fulfill it with love, joy, creativity, and pleasure. If we are willing to go through what is necessary for an outcome, it will happen for us. The details may appear different from what we imagine they would, but the truth remains. If you ask for something and are willing to go through the process required to have that come to life, it will happen for you. The universe is that generous, unconditionally supportive, and loving of you. It is your creative partner. It will provide you with all that you need to manifest your dreams, desires, and destiny. Okay, so this card, this card is saying that you've been selected, right? You've been selected as a healer. You've been selected to be part of the spiritual team that has incarnated here physically on this earth to usher in a new consciousness, to usher in love into the consciousness of the planet. And you have assistants, Serapis Bey being the ascended master that is helping you with this, okay? What this card is, I just read it, but what this card is essentially saying is that you have a desire in your heart, a heart's desire, your soul's desire that has been placed there for a reason, all right? There are steps there is a process that you need to go through in order to manifest or in order to realize this dream that you have. And you have assistance in doing that, but you do have to go through the process of making that happen, right? And the question is asked is whether you're willing to do what it takes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to show up in this world as your authentic self, as your true self, as your what your soul is calling for you to be, who you are, all right? So these are really two powerful cards, powerful energies that have presented themselves to us today. So let's see what other assistance. We're going to look now Let's see what other assistance we have here. What other assistance, what other guidance? What other assistance and guidance do we have? Pallas Athena. So Pallas Athena is, she's a goddess of truth and wisdom. She's the lord of karma. So she is an ascended master that is assisting you as well, along with Serapis Bey. The goddess Athena is assisting you. This says she's the lord of karma for the fourth ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. Your guidance is to follow her example, see the higher perspective in all areas of conflict, draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. Okay, so the goddess Athena, although she can use her sword, right, she prefers to use wisdom, right? She prefers to use divine truth in order to settle disputes versus cutting through things. And what this reminds me of is actually the Queen of Swords energy. But she prefers not to utilize that. She prefers to simply use the use divine truth in order to settle disputes. So what I'm getting from this is if you are in dispute with someone, whether this is a current dispute or a dispute that may arise for you in the near future, that Athena is suggesting that you use divine truth, right? So you go high, as Michelle Obama would say. When they go low, we go high. So go high, go to a higher frequency. And when you operate from a higher frequency, you're able to view the situation from a different perspective. When you are operating from a higher frequency, you're able to view the situation with divine sight and divine insight. So you're able to view the situation more objectively than you would if you were operating at a lower frequency, or if you happen to sort of get down in the trenches with someone that you have a conflict with. And so that's what I'm getting from this. Pallas Athena is saying, do not lower your frequency by getting into a dispute or a conflict with someone. Utilize your divine sight, your divine insight, utilize divine truth, and settle disputes that way. Okay? Let's see, what other guidance do we have? Sirius, the star system of Sirius is what has popped up for us here. Okay, the star system of Sirius, it says the star system of Sirius holds 12 of the universal keys to enlightenment and ascension. When you access and comprehend them, you become a master of the universe. This card invites you to visit the training schools and universities of Sirius in your sleep in order to develop your higher mind, access the spiritual laws of alchemy and magic, understand sacred geometry, and tune in to angel sonics and higher dimensions. This is an opportunity to learn through the inner planes about spiritual technology and bring it forward for the new golden age. Wow. Okay, so this Sirius, and I'm sorry, the numbers on these cards, 48, 12, breaking down to a 3, and then the 17, breaking down to an 8. So this is really interesting, actually. This is saying you have access to information, higher higher information, right? So Sirius allows you, the star system of Sirius allows you to become a master of the universe when you're able to access these 12 of the what does it say? 12 of the universal keys to enlightenment and ascension, right? So not only access them, but comprehend them. And so the comprehension will come about by accessing these schools and universities in your sleep. And a way to do that is simply to speak this affirmation: I am open to the higher wisdom of Sirius. This could be something that you meditate on prior to going to sleep so that you can access these schools, you can access these universities in your sleep. And what you will have access to once you access these schools is very powerful. So you have the spiritual laws of alchemy, magic, you understand the sacred geometry, and tune into the higher dimensions and sonic frequencies. And so this will assist you as you go through your ascension process, specifically here with this master healing. And I think all of this really with this Sirius card and the master healing, and then the seventh ray of ritual, including meditation, nightly meditation into your ritual or ceremony here, so that you can really anchor in, and also prepare for this new life that's being ushered in by you and also by the divine creator. So this is really powerful. It's an opportunity, as it says, an opportunity to team up with angels, and to learn about these systems that are beyond our current earthly knowledge, right? The universe is so advanced, and my eyes just drew to the artwork on this card where this person had really all of these planets are like orbiting them right above their head, right? So this is really a visual representation, I feel like, of what you could access, what you have the ability to access with this star system of Sirius. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get, what else can we find here? What other guidance do we have? What other assistance do we have on our path? All right, Paul the Venetian. Okay, Paul the Venetian. So the great master, Paul, is Kohan of the third ray. He lifts people's spirits and sets their souls free to create beauty and inspiration through music and art, and also in practical ways. This card encourages you to communicate your essence by writing, painting, or in any heartfelt manner. Call on Master Paul to help you express your visions, and he will co-create them with you. These visions will hold such a light that people will be touched by them, thereby accelerating the plan for Earth. Paul carries the flame of liberty and is helping to set you free. And the affirmation here is, I express myself creatively and harmoniously. So this is beautiful as well. I think it's always great to have some sort of creative outlet, a way for you to express yourself. And Paul the Venetian is really encouraging you to utilize writing or painting, drawing, even, you could make music, something that will allow you to, as you harness the energy of your soul. That's not the right way that I want to say that. Not harness the energy of your soul, because it's your energy. But as you begin to do this work, or as you continue to do this work, you're able to allow that divine presence to flow through you, to you, and through you, and then out in the form of your creative expression, right? Whether that be writing, whether that be painting, whether that be drawing, whether that be making music, some way for you to channel that energy, but also creating something that you can release into the world so that other people can benefit from it, right? So other people can feel the essence of that energy. Even if you're not there, they can feel it or see it through what you are offering the world, okay? So let us move forward. What other guidance do we have here? What other guidance, what more guidance do we have, Holy Spirit? Additional guidance. Oops. Okay, so this says you are the king. Okay, you are the king. This is a sun card. I powerfully lead my mission. So you are a regal person. All right, you are regal. You're powerful, you're passionate, you're courageous, and you are a powerful leader, okay? You're a powerful leader, and I see that here just in those original or initial cards that were pulled, and that you being this master healer and being encouraged to really to honor the honor your soul, honor your soul's calling here, right? This is what your soul is calling for you to really show up authentically, for you to show up as you are, the fullness of who you are. And this card is really an indication of that. If you can see here, you know, this king is this lion is very regal, and even with the you know, the red robe and like the fur around the neck of the robe. It's very opulent, very regal like. And so you are encouraged. What I'm getting from this card is you really are encouraged to really show up as yourself, right? To show up as this regal being, as this king that you are. You have a lot of support behind you. You've got Serapis Bey supporting you. You've got Athena here also supporting you. So Spirit is saying you are meant to lead. You're meant to be a leader, and you are a powerful leader. Okay, you have a mission you have a mission here on this planet to be this master healer. And Spirit is calling for you to really move into that position. Move into that position as the king, as this leader that you are. And show up authentically. What I'm also hearing is don't be afraid to show up as this leader, to show up as this king, right? You showing up as your authentic self, as this powerful leader, may upset some people because they're not used to it. Either they're not used to you showing up as that person, or simply your presence, you know, being your authentic and your full self, simply you showing up as you are, may make them feel a little uncomfortable because maybe they're not fully showing up as they should be, as their authentic self. And so they may have a bit of a trouble processing that or dealing with that, but that is not something that you need to take on. It is not something that you need to even really be concerned with, really, because you showing up as your true and authentic self, just as was mentioned here in this Paul the Venetian card, you showing up as your true and authentic self really gives them an example. It gives them something to see as to what it looks like when someone does do that, when someone shows up as their true self, when someone shows up as their authentic self. So do not shrink back. Do not do not dim your light. Do not show up as anything less than what you are in order to pacify other people, okay? Let's see what else we have here. What other guidance? All right, the Great Nurturer. Okay, the Great Nurturer. So this is really interesting that this card has popped out, the Great Nurturer. I give and receive nourishment. So on one hand, it shows that you are this powerful and passionate leader. On the other hand, it shows you as this really nurturing, nurturing individual, nurturing motherly figure, right? This is motherly, nurturing, devoted, loving, wise, empathetic, compassionate, abundant, generous, receptive, emotional, inclusive, supportive, and stable. So, you know, you have two amazing qualities here, right? Not only are you the king that leads very powerfully, but you also have this nurturing ability, right? So you're able to sort of, I don't want to, not necessarily find a happy medium, but you're able to occupy both of these. So sometimes, you know, there are people who are very powerful in their presence, but they are also very short, maybe rude. But this card is indicating that you're a leader, but you're also, you know how to give. And I just noticed this. So we've got the Sun card here and then the Moon card. Okay. So you occupy, or you have the energy of both the sun and the moon. Okay. So you're able to shine brightly. You're able to shine brightly as the sun, and you're also able to shine just as brightly as the moon here, being that nurturing presence. It also brings to mind this masculine and feminine energy that you're able to occupy. So being balanced in these is a beautiful, I mean, just extremely beautiful attribute. And this is something to really be thankful for and be proud of, that you are able to occupy both of these spaces. All right, let's see. What other information do we have here? So let's see, we're at 32 minutes. Let's see if we can get some specifics here. All right, what, Holy Spirit, what should we be expecting? What should the collective expect coming forward? All right, it says hold your vision here. Hold your vision. You're being encouraged to hold your vision. What you have going on here is a lot of spiritual work and spiritual ascension is the word that I want to use. This first card, the seventh ray of ritual, talked about you being here, you having a purpose, you having a your heart's desire, your soul's desire, or a vision in your heart. And so what this card is saying, this is a fixed moon card. This card is saying hold your vision, okay? So hold on to that. Do not allow anything or anyone to deter you from your vision, okay? That vision has been placed in your heart for a reason. It is not there by accident. It is there for a divine purpose. You have been sent here, as we discussed earlier, to fulfill a purpose. You are part of a spiritual team. Okay, being part of a spiritual team, you have a job to elevate the planet, to elevate the consciousness, to bring love into the consciousness of humanity and the planet. And Holy Spirit is saying, hold your vision. Do not allow your vision to to falter. Do not allow your vision to be set aside, because you are here to do this. Okay, this is what you're here to do. All of that we're talking about here. Okay. All right, don't let your past hold you back. All right, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So we also talked about this in the initial card here. We talked about not allowing past situations because you're currently moving into a new life, a new frequency, a new energy. And so don't allow your past to hold you back here. Right? Things are being moved out of things from the past are being released from you right now. And as you are moving into this new cycle. So don't allow anything that has happened in your past, any past beliefs, any past paradigms, any past habits, anything that really has had from your South Node or that has kept you in a lower frequency. Now is the time to release those things and to not allow them to hold you back. All right. Let's see if we can get one more from... All right, a win-win outcome is forecast, right? So you're being instructed here, and a win-win outcome is forecast. So if you continue on the path, right? Follow Spirit's guidance, right? Follow Spirit's guidance. Hold on to your vision. Don't allow your past to hold you back. Start creating some sort of daily ritual for yourself. And as you do these things, what is destined for you is a win-win situation. Okay, this is a win-win. There's no losing in this. You cannot lose. You are being directed. You are being guided by Spirit. You have the help of your angels and spirit guides who are assisting you and guiding you. And so there's no way that you can lose here. There's no way that you can lose. All right. I'm going to pull from, before I close this out, I'm going to pull from my Divine Feather deck. I seem to always pull from this deck whenever there's a bird that has shown up on my reading. And although there is not a bird that has actually shown up, Pallas Athena is known to always have an owl, right? An owl with her, right? An owl represents wisdom, and I'm just aware of that. So because of that, I'm going to pull Divine Messenger deck. All right, so let's see what we have here. So, we've got the dove. All right, we've got the dove here. It says, feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. All right, so feel the divine peace. And I would also say feel the divine presence within you right now. Feel the divine presence within you right now. Let's get one more from this deck, and then we will close it out. Oh. All right, we've got the grouse. I think that's how you pronounce that, grouse. It says, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Wow, okay. So Spirit is calling on you to And actually thinking about this, maybe this Paul Venetian, this is another way for you to utilize your creativity, your creative outlet. Spirit is saying to utilize dance and movement, and this is going to help you access your highest guidance. Okay, so yeah, dance, you guys, dance, move around. It could be yoga. I think we talked about that in the initial card. It could be yoga. That's, you know, that's movement, dance, anything of that sort. So I am going to leave it here. I hope that you all enjoyed this. Let me move these two down really quickly. Sorry. I hope that you all enjoyed this reading, this quick reading. Please, I'm sorry. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always, to see what Spirit has to say through me. I pray that this was beneficial and that you got value out of it. If it resonated with you, great. Please take that with you. If it did not resonate, just leave the messages on the table. No harm, no foul. And thank you all again. I will see you on the next video. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.